And I'm back. I'm just recording this because, oh, one moment. Uh, because I can't help but add a little splash here right now, which is a new video, probably a short one. So where to start? Again, I'm gonna keep things relatively simple by just setting up the basics and then setting it up so that I can build on it in later versions when the jump uh, becomes procedural and things shift about and I add more frogs and stuff. For now, I just want a little splash effect here. Splash effect. I will need to make sure that this gets placed to where the frog uh, hits the surface. So that should be kind of like over here somewhere. Boop, boop. Well, I'm just matching the height now. And let's define that height by another object, a water level. So I have a disappear surface, which is the height at which the frog will disappear, which is just below the water now because the animation ends here, but which will be lower once the animation is procedural. I have now a water level, which is here, which is not that much higher than the disappear surface. And as soon as the frog crosses this, oh, excuse me, then I want the splash effects to move to that place and splash. Really, that's it. So the frog should have a public transform water surface. Maybe no, water surface is fine. Public game object splash effect, and I'm actually probably gonna make this something I instantiate. I'm not sure. I think so, yeah. But that will happen in a later at a later stage. For now, let me check my recording. Sometimes I doubt that I actually turned it on. For now, the splash effects is something that I will just activate, an object that I will just activate. So all the splashes animate automatically. And that should be good for now. So what we want to check if we're in action, I think it's similar to this. But let's remember the value where the frog enters the water. So pt04 water entry point, entry point is like what did we call it? Water surface, water surface dot inverse transform point, and that's action object dot transform dot position. So we need that. If the water entry point dot y is smaller than or equal to 0, we want to spawn our splash. So first we will move the water entry points back to the surface. Also, let me implement this before I forget it. If has entered water equals false, because we only want to do this if we have not already splashed. So let me do this like so. Has entered water, boolean has entered water, it's always false, and has entered water gets set to false over here. So if we have entered the water, we should remember it. Has entered water is equal to... Oh, I can, maybe it's a good thing for me to... Oh, I thought I could zoom in here. I thought with Control and Scroll we could zoom... Let me see. Control equals, yeah. And Control minus. Okay, we can't zoom anymore. Okay. Fine. I'm not worrying with this right now. I can fix this, but for later you'll have to make do with the somewhat smallish text. I thought I could zoom it in and make it more clear for you, but seems I can't right now. Has entered water is true if we have entered the water. Entry points. This is this entry point here is now in, because we did this, is in local coordinates, so relative to the water level here. So we can simply place the splash effect. Yes, splash effect the transform dot position is like water entry point. Now what I need for this to work is that I can simply call on the splash effect effects dot set active true. I am not sure if this will trigger the particle systems to activate if the object is already true, is already active. I think I will turn off the splash effect here. Dot set active false. So we can be sure that during the jump the splash effect is disabled. Obviously we also want this to happen here, but we don't want this to happen in the reset, because the reset may follow the splash effect immediately and then it turns off before you can actually see it. So this should work for now, and I probably have a disable delay, something with a delay, disable at start, no, deactivate maybe, timed deactivation, yeah, here we go. Yes. So I have a script here that I can put on the splash effect that will make it deactivate after like 2 seconds, like here. But that we don't really need that right now, because we're simply gonna deactivate it as soon as we trigger the jump. So Okay. I have a bug. Yeah, send me to the bug, please. Has entered water. This should be good. Okay. Frog here. You get from me. Yes, once you're compiled, you get from me a reference to the water surface level and the splash effect object. Now, for a quick check, what shall I do? Let me just put like a sphere under here. This can go just for now, so we can see if our splash is actually coded correctly before we add particles. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Lower myself by the neck. So, exciting times. Let's see where the splash... Nope, that don't work. Once more. Nope. So, I can see that it's activated. Okay, I think I know what's happening, yeah. And some of you might have spotted my mistake. Yeah, look, we're setting the splash effects transform position to a local coordinate, so this should be local position. And then we compile, and then we press play, and then we wait for the compile within VR. Yeah. There we go. Yep. Okay, here we go. There we go. And then once we do it again, it disappears and it appears again. Cool. I like how, because I am in fact triggering it every time I put this cube over here, but because everything is already, because we're working with an animation that is already enabled, it just runs the course without me having to check for the case where I'm pressing the activation twice. It just works. And I think that's because we're using like well, it's set up in with all the little parts working together, more or less. And it's not a physical object. Good, good. I like the shading on it. Very nice. Okay, back to work. So, now we can add splashes to it. There's already splashes linked to the stick here. So let me check where I had that again. This is the stick ditch splashes here, particle system here. I think if I just copy this one over here and paste it in, we can lose the sphere now. Well, I just keep it handy. So, here's your splash effect. Let's mess with that a little. Okay, I'll keep it looping for now, but it doesn't have to play too long. Like a quarter of a second should be good. Pre-warm is off, that's good. Emission can be, we can turn this one off, because they're not moving. And let's like do it like something like this. Maybe it's a bit much. But you have to imagine, if it's not looping, this is what you see. And maybe it's good to have a start size between a few values. So .1 and .3 maybe. That looks nice. Yeah. .05. So it's just 3. These are ripples that are moving through each other, which doesn't happen with ripples like this. But I think we will ignore the facts that that usually doesn't happen. And maybe it's good to make the shape a bit bigger. You can go like this, please. Right? Yes. So the bigger particles move outwards too much, but I don't think I really care about that. This is the splash effect with this particle system. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna split it up into particle systems, so this one can go, remove. So this is the ripples, and then we want to have like a little splash thing. Let me think if I have something that already splashes. I guess I have one uva here in the caravan, which I could borrow. Let me have a look. There's a system over here that simulates like water from the tap. We can use that one, I think. Copy. Oh, I shouldn't zoom in like that. Okay. Now I'm lost. Where am I? Let me zoom in on the frog. Yes. And where's my splash effect? Here's the splash effect. This my ripples, and let's add a new empty in there and give that the other particle system. Play. This is huge. Maybe let's just see what happens if I scale that down. That kind of works for the starter. This is also like a quarter of a second that it should run without loop. Cool. And let's put it together like this. And I think the first thing we should have here is not a kraanwater particle. That's the tap water particle. Let's see if we have better drops. So this is kraanwater. Yeah, here's a drop particle. Could be good. Here's a shower water particle. This is drop. Let's not drop water. Shower beast particles. Let's work with this one. I don't think we use trial, so this one can be kept empty. Problem here is that this is way too subtle. Let's remove any weird alpha effects. Okay, let me look it up. Let me try that again. I can't imagine that I don't have a good drop particle shader. Nope, that's the best one we have. Okay. Or maybe we have called it water. Nope. Okay, we'll make a new shader. So, splash maybe. So, ditch water splash particle. Let me look for a other splash particle. Nope. Okay, we'll work with our new ditch water splash particle, and I think we'll simply up the alpha, and perhaps because this is like a fresh splash in this nice still water here, that we don't do alpha blended, but we do additive, because that cleans better, so to say. Let's call it splash. The life should be like, I don't know, 2 seconds. Oh, very nice, very nice. It's a fountain. I think the start speed should be more of a range. And I don't really like how they're rotating. It's a cone, so we can do this like more like angled. Yes. Still looks odd. And we'll get all that. I think it's a bit much, maybe. Let's see what happens if we're not looping. Splash. That's a bit much. Let's yeah, that's much too much speed for a few of them. Let's say 3 against 12. Actually, I don't want them length scaled, I think. Oh, now they have disappeared, okay. Maybe we want them speed scaled. Let's see. So, play for me, please. This is a bit too subtle. So let's lengthen them a bit, but give them speed scaling. And maybe scale them down a tad. Oh, I scaled them up. Problem here is obviously that I disappear, that they stay visible under the water surface. Maybe we can fix that by simply making the lifetime a lot less. Yeah, this should. Then the slower ones don't still get displayed underwater. So maybe we do like a smaller range. And like this. Play. Cool. So this could be my splash effect. Let's check what happens if the frog is there. Can we lock this? Yeah, we can lock this. That should mean that if I select these two, oh sorry, the splash effect, so that I can compare it to the size of the frog. I think that might be a bit too subtle. Especially the splash. That's a bit much. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. Now that it's bigger, we need another lifetime. Also, I want to try and keep... Oh, sorry. I'm making it a bit messy, I guess. Yeah, I'm making a huge mess of it. I'm still having this particle system over here, and I want to have that over here. Base components add new, and remove it from here so that the parent is just a null. The ripples now, I scaled that up, and I really shouldn't have. Splash can have a bigger area, and I want to see that one continually playing. This is fine, guys. Let me do like some nicer colors. Okay. And maybe they're a bit white. And they should definitely live some longer now. Ooh, lifetime. Like, more or less like this, I guess. This seems nice, yeah. And what I could also do to completely sell it is to have the second ripples particle system play over a bigger area. Hello? Can I please... like so? For all the drops that come down. Those ones will just be tiny. 0.05.1. And this will... let me think. How do you... do this again. Time .5, count 30 cycles, 1 interval. Is this something? I think so. So there's a burst of a few particles, 30 here. Let's do that like some longer, maybe for a second even. Like 100. The weird thing here is that this count so stop, play. Oh, the duration should like be 2 seconds or something, and then I can pump this one up. Aha. This should be 0. Okay. Funny. 20 interval. Maybe this is good. Okay, let's run them all. Oh. Wait a moment. Looping off. Looping off. Looping off. Select them all. Stop. Play. Yeah, almost. Play. So we want to do the burst on this one a bit quicker. Can take a second. Glats. Play. I think this is crazily a lot of detail for such a simple thing as this splash, but yeah, I can't really help myself, huh? I want the ripples here to be a bit larger, really. Dot 2, maybe. And then don't loop, please. Maybe just a few more. Nah, this should be good. Play. There's our splash. And this I like. Okay, so actually, this should do the trick. Let me see, how long does it? This is half an hour just working on a single splash and placing it at the correct point for the frog to jump to. But I can't really leave you hanging like this, so let's check out if it works. Choop, choop. Here I am. Hey, froggy. Choop. Clats. Noise. The particles feel a bit glowy, so I think I should replace them with something that's not additive. Also, the cone they make is too wide for the ripples that appear afterwards. So let's fix that. Okay. This cone here is a bit too wide. That's because the speed is a bit too big, I guess. So let's do that from 6 to 10. That seems better. Then I have to again change their lifetime, because now they're going too easily beneath the surface again. So let's change that, like so. That's good. And now I can do two things for the glowiness. I might also just turn down the alpha, but I think it's better to see what happens if I use particles. Maybe soft? No. Maybe alpha blended. There. And then make them a bit more subtle. And we're back at a very low alpha value again. Oh. Let me fix that. Oh, sorry, I'm working with the mouse again, which makes a complete racket. Excuse me. And I think I like them a bit more visible. Like so, maybe. Yeah. Cool. Let's try this. They still seem a bit oddly glowy. Also, I'm really missing the sound now. And the red bits, maybe I should not do that. Okay, let me... Oh, wait, you know what? I'm gonna try and do this in... like... within VR. That will be a bit hard. A bit odd as well. Red is okay, maybe a bit brownish. What happens if we do it like this? Is this better? That's better. They're still very white. I don't like that. Maybe you should just be a bit like grayish. Okay. And really maybe... Oh, I should also increase their lifespan. And a bit more subtle. Still. This is better. And since I'm working on it right now, let me say that your lifetime... Okay, I can't do this in VR because I have to scroll this, and I will try, but probably it's not a good idea to try and scroll this one within VR. No. Okay. So before I press stop, I should copy this component, press stop, and then paste it back, paste values, and this is already set. Let's measure a better lifetime. It's odd how this lifetime is not good enough anymore. Maybe that's because when you do it like this, it's very obvious when they disappear. Maybe it's just that. Yeah. Maybe we should really make it last a little bit longer, or do the lifetime in a range as well. 0.48, let's do 0.32 to 0.48. Yes. This should work. Come on. Okay, let me check once more. Okay. And now that the lifetime changed, we need to adjust the secondary ripples, because now they arrive too late. Can I do that in VR? Let me check. I should change up this one. Let me try and do that. 510. How's 510? Perfect. Cool. My recording still working? Seems it is. Okay. So 510, that's cool. And on, you know what? I'm gonna put them on 0.5 just a tad sooner. Yes, can I please work with you? Thank you. And play. So, well, I guess that's it for now. This is just my process, I guess, messing with it until I get something I like. This was more or less, I guess, a fully 100% particle episode. Hope this was enlightening to some of you, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.